And here's the thing, this is the biggest game of the day, obviously. The Oregon Ducks, they go on the road to take on the Penn State Nittany Lions of the Big Ten. And it was a great game last year, mate. Penn State, they came close. They pooped in themselves a few times in that game and gave the ball away. But they still clawed back and made it a great game, even though they lost to Oregon, leading to a 13-0 Oregon team going to the playoffs, and then in a losing effort in a rematch with the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Rose Bowl. A common theme that I've seen with Penn State losing games, is in big games, Drew Allard, the quarterback, he likes to either overthrow receivers or throw interceptions to cost his team the game, And then I look on the other side with the Oregon Ducks. Them boys play really good football. Coach Dan Lanning has done a very good job, mate, as Coach Franklin for Penn State. The thing is with Oregon, they have lost games by being out physical and giving up a lot of rushing yards to opposing offenses. Penn State had a chance to win that game last year because of the running game, and Penn State lost because of turnovers. They lost to the Ohio State in the rematch, and the running game was a big problem. They ran the ball effectively against the Oregon Ducks. And the year before that, Washington was able to run the football very good in the Pac-12 championship game and eating up a lot of clock. And then before that, I remember they got destroyed by the Georgia Bulldogs with a really good running attack and even a pass defense. So Oregon's a really good team. They're very talented, but I think they're in over their head. Their defense tends to give up a lot of points, and their offense scores. But that defense has been a problem in big games. And even the last game that they played, not the last game, they played Oregon State, they dominated them pretty well. But they played something called Northwestern on the road, and they had a hard time stopping the run against Northwestern. Now, granted, they dominated and blew them out, but Northwestern's not a very good team, mate. A very good team would have possibly found a way to win that game. They were going up and down the field, doing what they wanted against that Oregon defense. Luckily for Oregon, Northwestern is not a very good team right now. So the problem is Penn State's a very physical team. They run the ball with two really good running backs. Genius coverage, I wish that fool of a thing was in here predicting the game, but I have to do it. I'm not familiar with all the names like he is. But if I had to make a pick, I would pick Penn State to win this game at home. I think the running attack that Penn State has with the two running backs, with that big physical offensive line, and I think Drew Allard does enough to not give the game to Oregon. And I think Oregon's defense, like stopping the run, will cost them this game. And the fact that it's on the road and a hostile environment, it's a whiteout for Penn State. For anybody that doesn't know what a whiteout is, that's whenever everybody's dressed in all white. And it's a really big game. It's a loud stadium, almost as hard to play in something like Neyland Stadium for Tennessee or the Ohio State team, where it's very hard to play. And much respect to the Buckeyes, And I just think Penn State wins the game at home. Give me Penn State 31-24. The difference will be the defense that Penn State does just enough to slow down Oregon's quarterback with Dante Moore. He's a pretty good player, but he has not been tested against a good defense like Penn State, And I think Penn State's offense, the running game, will be the difference in this game. It'll allow Penn State to keep the ball away from the high-powered Oregon offense and to win the line of scrimmage and run the ball effectively in this game. Give me Penn State. Honestly, I think it'll be worse than that. Give me Penn State 38, Oregon 24. They have an off day, and Penn State plays their best game.